This week's Torah portion, Noah, is known for, of course, the story of its namesake, Noah, and his building of the ark to save himself, his wife, his children, and 2 animals of each kind from the flood that God was about to bring. But I want to focus on what happens after the story of the flood, and the earth has become repopulated. We find there a story that is also somewhat well known, but a little bit mysterious to us. In it, we have all the peoples of the world coming together, and we are told that they are speaking one language, and that they have come together to build a great city and a tower that would reach up to heaven. This doesn't seem to be such a terrible thing, and yet God seems to be unhappy and decides to split the people into different nations, each of them having their own language and spread out across the world. The question is why? What was so terrible about this city and this tower that would cause God to want to confound their efforts? And I think that there is an important line in the text that is a clue to the answer. It tells us that they were doing this in order to make a great name for themselves. In other words, the purpose of the city and the tower was not about creating affordable housing or meeting the needs of the community. It was for themselves, for their own legacy, so that people would come and see what an amazing tower they had built. And that is not what our purpose here on earth is supposed to be. And God seems to be saying that if you think that this is what we are to do, if that's what's going to happen when we all come together, then things need to change, and we need to split in a way that will perhaps not allow us to create as grand of cities, but perhaps to focus on the people who are in those cities instead. I think it's an important message for us, and I would like to invite you to come and consider these issues and others either on Shabbat morning at our weekly Torah study class, or perhaps to come to an introductory Hebrew class that will be starting this week, or meditation, if that is more your speed. And of course, there are our regular services. Our classes will be beginning at 9:15 on Shabbat morning, services at 9:30. We invite you to come and join us. Shabbat Shalom.